Korea and Mexico now conclude the second round of pool play at the 2018 World Cup on Saturday, 1500 hours GMT and 5 p.m. in the afternoon in South African time. And the Koreans, the 57th ranked team by FIFA, need a win Saturday before facing Germany in their final pool matchup in Russia 2018. Now, Korea Republic needs a very confidence boost of their own, having gone goalless in their last 3 games, including a very disappointing attacking display against Sweden, and remained winless in their last 7 World Finals matches. We do now have Bruce all the way out in Seoul, who's joining us there. Bruce, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, let's look at what is at stake for South Korea, and particularly with them becoming very popular in the world with their denuclearization projects.
Yeah, a lot at stake for South Korea right now with this upcoming match. I'm in historic Gwanghwamun Square at the moment, and behind me you can see some red shirts. The fans are beginning to fill this square hours away from the match. I'm also joined today in the square by an anti-government protest. Gwanghwamun is typically known for its protests, as was the case last year when millions filled this square demanding the resignation of the former president, Park Geun-hye. Last year, threats of war being traded between North Korea and the United States. At the moment, as you mentioned, there's a more peaceful atmosphere on the Korean peninsula, except in this square, perhaps at the moment, this rally challenging the current administration, and that's some of the noise you can hear right now. As we look forward to the match later tonight, South Korea, Mexico, it's do or die for the South Koreans and the Red Devil supporters out here. A loss will eliminate them from the tournament. Mexico hoping to take control of the group if they win.
Bruce, not a very popular team in terms of world football, in terms of world football. But let's talk about this. They actually need a win on Saturday before they face Germany in their final match pull-up. Do you think they have any great chances of breaking it to the top?
It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a very, very physical match, I think. The only time Mexico and South Korea played before was in 1998 at the World Cup then. And for a long time, until the 75th minute, it wasn't really clear who was going to take that game. There was a red card handed out in that match for a very hard slide tackle, South Koreans against the Mexicans. And I know the fans remember that, and they are very hopeful that they will beat Mexico. But obviously, the Mexicans coming in as the stronger team, and with that surprise win over Germany, they seem to be quite emboldened right now. So it's going to be a very difficult match for the South Koreans. As I said, do or die. But there's been a lot of low-scoring matches in this World Cup so far, a lot of shake-ups, and anything is possible. The fans tonight, as you mentioned, South Korea not a powerhouse country when it comes to football, but they will fill this entire square. It'll be a sea of red, and they'll be cheering very loudly for the home team.
So, I mean, let's go back to your earlier point. With the rally that is currently taking place, does it have any bearing on the match that is about to take place, and in terms of the psyche around the players as well?
I think so. I definitely think that this year, without the missile tests, without the nuclear tests, without the threats of war, people are experiencing a greater sense of ease in daily life, perhaps, and without those distractions, and they are. I think the team has the opportunity to focus more, perhaps, and they're soccer players, they're professional athletes. They're supposed to be able to tune out everything else, focus on the task at hand. You leave everything else off the field when you get on the pitch. But I certainly think it is a boost for the public and the players as well, that they are experiencing peace right now.
All right, and Bruce, we can't really hear you properly there, so I want to let you go with this one question. Do you see any major changes to the team following their loss to Sweden? I mean, we do understand they've been winless in the last 7 World Final matches.
That's true. I mean, what we've heard from the coach, we've heard from the star forward, Son Heung-min, is that they're just going to stay focused on playing their game. And yes, I'm sure it was a hard loss to Sweden. It was a penalty kick loss. No one scored during the game beyond that penalty. But like I said, they've been very brief in press I think they're going to come into this one with a clear mind and give it their best shot.
You know, Bruce, I'm going to let you go to a more quieter place. We might just catch up with you in the next hour, and then we can get to hear, how things are going with the rally as well. And maybe we can talk about some of the major players that are touted to be carrying, of course, the South Korean team's, hopes on their shoulders. That is, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Harrison joining us all the way in Seoul.